What's going on, guys? Wanamiz here, back with a new Raid Shadow Legends video. So today, I'm continuing my Platinum Arena Reset series. Unfortunately, I started recording kind of late during the reset, so as you'll see in the bottom left corner here, we only have about 9 minutes and 41 seconds left in the reset. Normally, I like to show the last full 15 minutes or so, but unfortunately, I just remembered it with 10 minutes left when I swap defenses. So we're gonna see kind of what I do from here at this point, and then at the end of it, just to give us a proper video length, I'll maybe go show some of the champions that I use this reset, show the gear and stuff, because I know I haven't done that in a long time, and I have some updated builds on people. So let's look into it. So as you can see here, I'm starting off, I'm 6th right now. So now we're hitting a team where I changed some gear around this week, and I'm running my Siphi slower but much tankier to go with this Siphi double Rotos team. So you see here, if normally I'm faster than this person if I remember their name correctly, and I can farm them with the speed team, but instead I know I'm slower than them now, so I have to take a different approach. So I bring in the Siphi double Rotos with a high resistance Brogni. He gives me shield to increase attack so that my Rotoses do extra damage, etc. And so it's kind of just, I let the Warlord lock out my Rotoses, and then the Siphi and the Brogni don't get locked out. They give my Rotoses buffs, and then even though I'm just using their A1s, they're fast enough to come back around on their turns to eventually get the A3 to hopefully kill some people. So yeah, so we finally get back around to one of the Rotos A3s. He kills off Arbiter, kills off Siphi, so they have no more revive. I throw it on auto, and now I take it off for just a second, make sure that my Rotos targets correctly. He kills off Warlord, because a lot of people run Swift Parry Warlord. And then unfortunately his Rotos kills mine. And actually I lost a little bit of time here from not just hitting the Rotos. If I just A1'd with Siphi and then let my other Rotos kill this Rotos, I would have saved maybe 5 seconds or so. So just something I need to do better with the Siphi double Rotos team. But minute 22, not super fast, and you see I dropped from 6th place to 7th. And what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to see who's at the top of the list other that are not mad people, so that I can hit them, not only to increase my score because they're above me, but to help myself and other members of mad take higher placements. So we see here this person actually is running a nuke hegemon. He procs one of my Rotoses but not the other one. And then I try to get lucky with the double A3 into the Warlord, but he unfortunately procs reaction on both. Luckily, I'm able to take another turn, get all the way back around, and kill him with my Rotos A2. But unfortunately, the Necrit protection, because you see there, I hovered my mouse a little bit. I tried to, I A1'd the Warlord just to do some damage, but I actually said out loud, I probably should have slept the Necrit there. Because what ends up happening is he kills my Siphi, kills my Rotos, kills my Brogni, and then here I try to go for the high risk, high reward play. I A3 the Hegemon because I know he's being protected by Necrit. I kill him, get the extra turn, and then luckily I don't weak hit and I kill the Candrafon. So that was a bit of a lucky win, I'll admit that. But yeah. So now here I'm hitting, I believe this was one of the Panda accounts, I'm not totally sure, but I wasn't sure if this was a nuke hegemon or a crowd control hegemon, so I opted to bring the Brogni instead of my Kymar that I had ready. And unfortunately, you see there, my Brogni actually gets provoked from the provoke set. So now my Rotoses are trying to kill without having increased attack, which if he had increased attack there, he most likely would have killed that Duchess with the A3 ability. This Rotos would have been killing the Siphi, and overall the fight would have gone much faster, but instead Siphi lives, she revives the Duchess, Warlord heals and puts up block debuffs, and now all of a sudden their team is back to not quite full health, but at least 3/4 are pretty high up there. So now, due to I believe it goes a 35% chance to land provoke with that ability, now this fight is going to take me well over a minute, unfortunately. That's just kind of the defense meta now in Arena, at least at the high level Platinum. People are doing pretty much everything they can to have some kind of RNG factor on their side, right? Running provoke hegemon instead of like the stun for the extra percentage chance. Reaction is obviously everywhere. Swift parry is everywhere. You know, running having multiple different Warlord builds and teams ready to go just in case somebody gets used to your defense. Like, there's just so much going on. But we've killed everybody except for Hegemon now. We're at a minute 30, which once again, if Brogni hadn't gotten provoked there, we're looking at I'd assume a sub 1 minute win. But so it appears that was Chester, and then I was about to hit one of the pandas, but it looks like I checked the ranking and I dropped 10 ranks for some reason. I must have been getting hit on my defense at this point. So I see that there's somebody contesting the top 3 that's not in MAD, so I make the decision, hey, I'm going to go hit them. I had hit their defense previously, so I knew that they were running, like, their Warlord and their Krisk had some damage. Maybe it was just like crit rate gloves on Warlord or something, but not really enough to be a huge threat to my team. You see one of my Rotoses is getting kind of low. But you see I bring in this is actually like a high resistance Kymar. So he's high resistance, he has some speed, a little bit of accuracy, but he's in here to strip all the buffs off on the enemy team and then reset if my Rotoses get locked out by a Warlord, he resets them, or if my Rotoses do their A3 and kill people, then he can reset that ability anyways. I get another full round and kill them again. So Kymar got used a ton on offense this week. I'm assuming, I mean, it's every week, but this is definitely a different usage for Kymar than I'm used to doing. I was pretty happy with how he turned out. I wish I would have used him a bit more, but I was really afraid of new Hegemons, which there wasn't as many as I thought there was going to be. Which maybe this week I'll bring him back in a little bit more, but we're down to about 4 minutes left, and you see I actually dropped even further. I see I have no way of contesting first, second, maybe even third place, so I go look at the list again, and I say, okay, who's in the top? And I think on that check, there was Mad in like the top 3, so I go back and I say, okay, I can hit whoever I want here. I make the decision to not sleep the Warlord, just to let my Kymar do the work. So my Rotoses are locked out right now, but I'm keeping the Warlord slept, so that's nice. And I'm just going to use their A1s, try to hopefully get lucky and get an extra turn. Otherwise, just try to cycle them back around to fresh turns. I kill the Hegemon here instead of attacking Warlord because, number one, I didn't want to run the chance of Warlord cutting in between my Rotoses and using his A2 to put shields and healing and block debuffs up on the team. So I kept him asleep, I just went for the kill on Hegemon, and it worked out pretty well here. I was able to get back around Siphi with the sleeps, and then 49 seconds. Consider I'm using the Siphi double Rotos, 49 is not too bad. And I refresh here, and I think I checked the top again. Nope, I hit this same, I knew this guy was contesting the top 3, and I knew that this team worked pretty well against him, so I hit him again. So we see here my Siphi and my Kymar ended up resisting his Warlord. That's a little bit unlucky for my Rotoses because my Siphi only has like maybe, I don't know, I think she has like 100 more resistance than the Rotoses, so looks like this Warlord is more of a mixture build where he's pretty quick but not super high accuracy. And we see there, this is without that increased attack, I don't kill the Arbiter with my A3 there, which is really unfortunate. This Krisk is in the Ally Protection set, the Guardian, which is probably what's keeping them alive. And then I go for the Siphi here, I kill her through the Swift Parry, finish off the Arbiter, and then I just throw it on auto. I need to finish off the Krisk. So we're pushing about a little bit less than a minute here. Again, 4 Siphi double Rotos for how safe of a fight this is, not too bad. But unfortunately, my defense was getting hit pretty hard here. See, I'm still showing up as 20th place right now. And I see this KC guy contesting. He's in 2nd place right now. So I refresh, I find him, and I know I have a minute to win, which isn't a ton of time to win. But with Siphi double Rotos, I would consider that to be a pretty good win time. And unfortunately here, they're running a Warlord aura. So that means that they have a decent amount of resistance just naturally from that aura, and my Kymar doesn't have a ton of accuracy because he's built for resistance. So I focused the Ursuga because she took a turn, so she didn't have reaction anymore, and trying to kill the rest of the team through the Ursuga protection is really, really difficult. So I make the call there. Ursuga was Warlord was low enough that I thought I could kill him even through the protection, so I finish him off there. Unfortunately, They're still running double revive, and it's quite annoying. I kill Warlord again, and now I'm just throwing it on auto, targeting the Duchess, because I know that there's not much else I can do that my champions will act properly on auto. And I'm just hoping that I can get this win in time. So we're pushing a little bit over a minute here. It's really, really close. I weak hit with the Rotos A3, unfortunately. But then I get lucky here, and I get a full damage A2, no weak hit. And as I back out, you see I had 4 seconds left. It was super close. And you see here, I think I checked the leaderboard again. It doesn't show my score right here, but I know I didn't do super well. But I know I hit that KC guy, and I got that hit in before the end. So all I'm doing is I'm just hoping that I prevented him from stealing away first place from my clan. So yeah, so unfortunately it was only about 10 minutes, but I think I check my log here in just a second. Okay, so I'm going back in. We're going to check what I finished this week, and I did finish 12th place. I was from the leaderboard, I was thinking I was maybe going to be around 20, but 12th place this week, I'm pretty happy with that. Considering I was running a safer but slower team to try and just be... Obviously, I want to win every week, and I wouldn't have done this if I didn't think that being able to hit tougher enemy defenses would have been better and helped me win. But I ended up just being more of a team player because my defense got slammed. So I ran Duchess, Warlord, Ursuga, Hegemon, and you'll see here I got hit quite a bunch by ET, obviously Eternal Titans. See a couple other people from other clans in here, but a lot of -11s and 12s there, which means that I was higher up than them and they were hitting me for points, which is a little strange to me because it shows that they're not actually hitting people who are at the top. They're not hitting MAD members who are top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever it is. They were just targeting me for some reason. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, so defense got slammed a little bit. I'll have to change some things up for next week. But yeah, so that'll be the end of the actual video. So just to extend this a little bit longer because we miss about 5 minutes, I'm going to go and show you guys some of the stats I have on some of these champions that I used this week. All right, well, let's go take a look at the offense team that I was using primarily, which was Siphi double Rotos and then either using Kymar or using Brogni. So what I wanted to do here was my Siphi, I actually slowed her down a little bit. I used to have her faster. I needed to tank her up because she had an accuracy banner, and so I swapped the banners, I swapped some gear pieces, and I gave her, like, she's decently tanky with good, or like a decent amount of resistance. So still rocking 370 speed, 450 resistance. Good health, defense is okay, could be better. So I also used, obviously, the Rotoses quite a bit. Here is one of my Rotoses. He is in Savage plus Cruel. 30k health, 5.4k attack, 209 speed, crit cap, 243 crit damage, and then 389 resistance. So the reason for this resistance is, in case people are running high resistance but low accuracy Warlords, if I can just resist the actual lockout, then all of a sudden my offense is significantly stronger. So I can take a damage hit on this build, since Warlord is so prevalent in arena defense right now. Having this resistance here is overall a net positive in my opinion, and ends up being pretty helpful. And then here's the other Rotos. I tried to make them actually very similar to each other. So this one has less health but more attack. 206 speed, 100% crit rate, 230 crit damage, and then 347 resistance. And then I was using Brogni a fair bit with them. He is in a high resistance shield set. So he's got 80,000 health, 229 speed, 680 or so resistance. So then post aura, he's about 760. And what he's really bringing into the team is obviously the shield set for some protection, mostly for Siphi. But then he's got this really powerful ability to do block debuffs, increased attack, and a pretty big shield for extra protection. So, and then last but not least, I was also using my Kymar quite a bit. I switched him into a resistance build similar to the Brogni. So he is kind of squishy, right? 60k health, 2.8k defense. Considering I don't have any shields when I use him, that's why I'm saying he's a little bit squishy, but about 240 speed, 670 resistance, and then 227 accuracy. So he's really just there to strip buffs off of people when they have like a low resistance defense, right? And then to use his super powerful Seal of Magic to reset all of my abilities. Siphi goes again. Rotoses get their A3 backs, and I hopefully kill people a little bit faster than with the Brogni team, but they both have their, you know, their benefits and their drawbacks. So yeah, so that was all the champions I kind of ran on offense this week. Once again, I'm really sorry I forgot to start recording. You would have just seen 5 more minutes of me using Siphi double Rotos, kind of like the going to the dark side, they say, in terms of what teams run on offense. But I was pretty happy with how they performed in terms of their overall safety, and we'll see how this next week goes. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more comfortable running them instead of just, you know, the Siphi Arbiter, Warlord Trunda, stuff like that. But anyways, that'll wrap this video up, and I will hopefully see you guys in a video soon. Peace.